Hey everyone, this is yet another LEGO Star Wars Microfighter. This time it's the U-Wing from Series 4, based on the U-Wing from Rogue One, of course. Okay, let's see what they've done here. They've definitely gone longer than they usually do for Microfighters. That's a good thing, given just how long and sleek the U-Wing is, at least as viewed from the top. Gets a little bit chunky underneath. They did an interesting thing with the engines here, using the white, just plain white minifigure heads to get a little extra thickness there. And then they did use hollow studs at the fronts to try to make it look like they're actual open inlets. I'm not a big fan of the use of the minifig heads myself. They just look awkward to me, but I'm sure that the designer also tried out just regular cylinders probably first and just was not happy with what those looked like. You know, wanted to get a little bit extra bulk out of it. Around the back, that looks pretty proper for this scale and for just how little detail they actually put into the Microfighters. One thing that I don't like about how this looks, to be honest, in this case, is the integration of the stud shooters on the front. Yeah, these Microfighters have to have the stud shooters, but I just don't like those there. They're just a little bit too obvious with their barrels, just how long they are. It's also always nice to get the figure to kind of sit down in there a little bit farther. This one does not. An interesting, probably unintentional thing about the 2x2 jumper behind the pilot is that it makes a great spot to put an astromech head. Probably not the right look. In fact, definitely not the right look, but it just seems appropriate to me. Underneath, they did capture a little bit of the lower forward viewport there with a couple more smoky colored, transparent cheese slope pieces. But then they also have this yellow that just pops up kind of out of nowhere. That feels a little bit awkward. The shaping on the side feels a little bit awkward with the cone piece that's used on either side as well. However, that is all for good reason. That is there as a stopper for the wings, because the wings, or the S-foils, do fold back. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. I would like to see them fold back even farther, but when you consider the overall, comic proportions, super deformed proportions of Microfighters in general, I think that's not a bad look. I appreciate just having that feature at all. I think it's pretty important. And it's nice to get it into something so small. Check out this Blue Squadron U-Wing pilot figure though. I mean, the helmet, as usual, is awesome. Has a great level of detail, dual molding with the visor in the front. Everything is nice and crisp in the printing. The lines go all the way back to the back. It's a full 360-degree print. But then from the front, the torso is good too. The hips are fine. The legs are good. Really just high quality stuff once again from this cheap little Microfighters line. And there is printing on the back of the torso as well. And there's an alternate face for the dude. Okay, that's useful. That's good. Both of these are good faces. Now I think the colors on the helmet, the black color should have been dark blue, but I do believe I have spotted who this is based on in the visual guidebook. I think it's that dude. Just look at the helmet. See, that's just too close to not be the same person. I mean, you see what I mean about the black versus the dark blue, but LEGO built these, designed these sets months and months and months and months before the release of the movie. While they're probably still undergoing production work, so they probably didn't have the latest information, and they may not have had very high quality pictures. So I think that this is actually pretty good. It's pretty good no matter what. So now we have 3 official renditions of the U-Wing in just the first season from LEGO. That's cool. I mean, obviously the Microfighters version is comic, it's super deformed, but it fits into the family, and you can definitely see that they did a good job of capturing the most important elements, the most important design elements. Like I said, I do wish the pilot was able to sit down farther, but I don't think that could have been pulled off to too great of a degree without having to change the proportions of the hinge mechanism, and I think that focusing on a good placement of the hinge was more important. So that's that, the Microfighter version of a U-Wing. Pretty cool thing, very cool figure. Let me know what you think about the set. Share your thoughts in a comment down below, and I'll talk to you again soon. Thanks for watching.